Okay. Today we will be discussing on totals and uh,
Okay, is this the total analytics total?
yes, yes, same,
Okay.
and some annotations and marks, labels, and all some other concepts. Some, I mean, of course, these two
Okay.
are independent concepts, but these two are small concepts, so we are discussing it today together. Okay. Fine. So
Okay.
let us start with totals. So we have, I mean, we just use totals one time, and we use grand totals and probably subtotals also. But there are more options to totals. We did not go through them. We'll go through them now. Fine. Let's see. I want uh, what is the category? Yeah. Let us take subcategory. I want sales and total of all the subcategories. So what do you do? It is simple. It is going through this and say total, and we have multiple options here. So in this we have row totals, subtotals, and column totals. And but only column totals is enabled because we have only one column, and we have only
One dimension.
one dimension. So we can figure out
Yes.
only column totals, subtotals and row totals are not applicable in this case. So let us drop on the column totals. So it is giving you total for the column. Okay.
Yes.
So that is how it is computed. Fine. Let us take one more dimension. Okay. Now what I can figure out is also subtotals. See, I can figure out total for each category, right? Total for
All right. Each
each,
category.
all the subcategories within a category, right?
Yes.
So I can figure out subtotal.
Yes.
Okay. So this way I can figure out subtotals and grand total, in this case column total. Let us take one more
Yes.
view.
And maybe.
So now I have multiple columns. So uh, row total also I can compute. I
You
can
can
compute
have
total of entire this
total.
row, right? So what I will
You
do,
can.
will go there and use row grand totals. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have,
Okay.
these are row totals. So it is giving total for each row, and it is column totals giving totals for each column, and we have subtotals. Okay. So this is
Yeah.
totals. We are done with totals. Okay. But there are
Okay.
more
Yeah.
options. There are more options with totals. Let us save this.
Totals.
Let me copy this. Fine. Now I can, let's say I extend this. So I have, I want to compute totals for subtotals for columns also. Okay.
Okay.
So I can compute this way. So this is subtotal for this 2011 quarters in 2011. This is subtotal for quarters in 2012. Okay.
Okay.
Like this I have multiple this thing. But I mean, if you have both this thing, category, I mean, if you have all these dimensions, subtotals cannot be enabled for individual this thing, either row or column. Subtotals will be subtotals for everything at that point of time on the view.
Here it is giving you subtotal of 2011 year and I mean total of 2011 year and subtotal of 2011 year also.
Okay, I'm
Like
sorry,
for each quarter.
your voice is breaking a lot.
Because signal is good to me.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, it's okay?
Yeah, it's there is a lot of Now clarity is
Disturbance?
no clarity at
I
all.
don't
Hello.
know. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Your voice is not clear.
Okay. Okay, I'll type in.
Yeah, now it's better. Yeah, tell me.
Okay. So nothing. I was just asking you, like it's giving us a row total of 2011 year, and it's giving us a subtotal of 2011 year for each quarter.
So this is for 2011 quarter one for all the
Yeah.
subcategories within the furniture category.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is giving us what we want, right? Then
Yeah, yeah. No, what I'm saying, trying to say is, see, now I have subtotals for both row and column, right? But
yes.
let's say I don't, if I want to remove that, I can remove for all the stuff. And if I want to add subtotals only for row or column, I cannot.
Oh, okay.
It will add for both. Or it will add subtotals for all the possible combinations depending upon the dimensions in the view.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. But let's say if you don't have it. Okay. Let me clear
Okay.
this. Okay. Now if I added subtotals, okay, now I don't have multiple this thing, right? So now it is not applied.
Yeah.
There is no
We only
row
chose
total
the
subtotal
subtotal.
for row totals, right?
Yeah, we only chose the subtotal, so we only got the subtotal.
Yeah, we only got a
But
subtotal.
previously, when we
Yeah, that time it has only year. So that time it enabled subtotal only for category, column, not for row.
okay,
Okay,
okay, get it.
got it right.
Yeah.
So that's how. So subtotals and row totals, grand totals.
So when we wanted, when we distribute in a like year and quarter,
Mm-hmm.
if then we are trying to do some analysis,
Mm-hmm.
then it will be spread across like only for the year we can't get subtotal. We will be getting even uh, for the rows as well. We can't get the
Yeah, that time
each
you have.
quarter subtotal, and we can't.
Yeah, first that time what you have to do, you have to first enable totals for that. Then you have to add this dimension.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, get it. Yep.
Okay. Fine. Let me save this. So that is about row totals and subtotals. Then we have another this thing. Let me take sales and let us take region. Okay. Now not sales. What we will take is let us take quantity discount. Okay. So for discount, I will apply average. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I have average if I enable totals for this. So it is showing grand total and
Sum of
it is
average
yeah and it
discount.
is applying average only. Okay?
It's applying average?
Yeah, it's applying average.
Oh,
But the thing is average is not applied on these four values. Average is
oh,
applied on underlying data. Let us try. Let us validate.
okay.
024
Yeah.
04 plus 01454
Zero one four
plus
five four
01773
0.1473
plus
0.1093.
1093, right, divided by
Yeah, by 4.
C.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah. So this case, this grand total is computed on the underlying data, not on
State
these
wise?
records. Okay.
State wise or the row level granular
Row
data
level
database?
granularity.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So
So
for the discounts, whatever the column is, all the values it is taking and summing and then by the count of rows.
exactly.
Oh,
Okay. In this case, we cannot identify this because it is sum. It will match
okay.
because sum is
Yeah,
sum. It is okay. But
yeah.
whereas in the case
Sum
of
and
average,
addition, subtraction are
yeah.
always okay.
So in this case also it is working like that only, but we cannot identify that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is how by default it is applied. Let us say you want to compute average on the result, this one. Okay. So then what do? You have to go to analysis and then totals, and total all using here you have to choose this sub menu average. See, now it is 0.1606.
Okay. Can you just repeat the navigation? We need to go to the analysis,
Analysis, totals, and then
totals,
total
view,
all
total.
sub menu.
View. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and then average.
Okay.
If you want to remove it, go to the same thing, total analysis, total all using automatic. If you choose automatic, it will compute on the underlying data. Okay,
Yep.
so this is different. This is called two pass total
Sorry,
because
which total?
two pass total.
Two pass total.
Yeah. So what we are doing in this case, we are just first aggregating average for each region, and then on top of the result set, we are aggregating again. So there is
So
two
at the
levels
view
of
level
aggregation.
granularity,
Sorry.
yeah. At the view level granularity, we are trying to
Yeah.
aggregate.
So it is aggregating twice
Yes,
at different granularity. So it is called two pass total.
two pass total. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, got it.
Fine. So in this case, what we can do is we don't need to always apply average. We can also apply sum if it makes sense. So it is saying
Okay.
it is computing average for each region and then applying sum for grand total across the regions on top of the
Why
result.
is it doing so? Does it always do the two pass total? Either it has to apply sum and then average, or average and then sum.
If you want to apply different aggregations, one average and then sum, it is two pass total, right? It is two
Okay,
level of
so let me put it. Yeah, let me put my doubt in this way. If you are going to the analytics, that in the top,
aggregation.
yeah. So if you are selecting anything from there, then that has to be two pass total.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If you choose
Even if you are
automatic,
applying minimum,
yeah, it is up. It is going to apply
okay.
minimum on the
First the sum and then the minimum of it.
first average. In this case, average, and then minimum of the result values. See, it is finding the minimum
Okay.
of this value.
Okay. First it is summing at the row level granularity and then uh, taking it to the region level and minimum.
Yeah, first it is computing the aggregation at view granularity, and then on top of the result set is it is computing. It is view granularity, right? It is region means it is view granularity.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that is
Okay.
how two pass totals are computed. So we can apply different aggregations at different granularities.
Okay.
Okay, then
Okay.
let us say I have this. Let's save this. Okay, sorry. Let me save this and go to new sheet. And now uh, let us take region and sales and discount. Okay, now for discount what we will do, we'll do average. Okay,
Yep.
is that discount? Okay, so this is how it is computed. Now what I want to do, I want to enable grand totals. Okay, now here it is okay for me. It is, I want sum here, but I want average of these values here, not the average of underlying the data. So what should I do? I have to go to analytics,
Mm,
analysis and total
analytics pane and
and say
totals and
average, right?
average. Yes.
But it is computing average for this one also. I want total here, but I want average here.
Okay.
When we have two different kinds of
But it
application,
will
yeah, tell me.
give for both. So in that case, maybe we should only compute for the discount and then add the sum into the picture.
Yeah, maybe we can try that. We have simpler option for that. See, here we can select the column, the particular anyone, whichever you want to change. You can select that. On tooltip, you have option to choose either sum or anything, average, or if you want to apply some other different aggregation, you can apply minimum or maximum.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so for this it is applying average, for this it is applying automatic or sum or minimum maximum
Okay.
you can apply. So we can apply different aggregations for different measures by using this.
Okay.
Okay, so that way we can manage two pass totals for different measures.
Okay.
Fine, clear,
Yep.
right? Simple, right?
Yes. Very simple. This is the most interesting class till today.
Okay, so that is managing the two pass total. And on top of that, what you can do is, let me copy this, and there is one more simpler option. What you can do is go to totals. You can move totals to, I mean row totals to left or column totals to top. In this case, column totals we have at the bottom, right? What we can do, we can say column totals to top. So we can move the, I mean the display where you want to display, whether at the top of the thing or bottom of the thing. Okay, just like that we
Okay.
can do for the,
Where is
you can do it.
where is that navigation? Sorry.
There is analysis, totals and column totals.
It's okay. Column total up. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
just for just like that, if you say show grand total here for rows, okay, you can use the analytics pane or you can use this analysis menu to show or hide. Okay,
Okay.
see now you want to show at the left, you can show at the left. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, so that's how you can manage totals, and you can manage two pass totals for individual measures also, like that. Okay, fine.
Okay.
And that is about, and let's say you want to show in terms of, okay, so let us say totals. So this is a total, so it's not only for uh, grid text table, it is also for charts also, it is
Got
applicable. Okay,
you. Okay. Okay.
then yeah, so that is about totals.
Okay. Text and charts. All the charts it's applicable even for the line chart.
Wherever it makes sense, you have to use it little carefully.
Okay.
Fine. So grand totals, subtotals, two pass totals, and different aggregations, and move totals for, I mean, the location where you want to place. So these are
Okay. Different aggregations.
different aggregation.
That's two past total, right?
No, different aggregation means this one. This one. For one to, yeah, of course, we
Okay.
using two pass total only. We use different aggregations.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
but two pass total is available with same aggregation also, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Two pass total is
Yeah.
having the same aggregation for it.
See, this is
Okay.
also two pass total, even though we use same aggregation. So this is also average. This is also average, but still it is a two pass total. It is working on the top of the result, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah. So that is about totals. Then let us discuss about annotations and mark labels and drop lines and view toolbar options and summary cut. So annotations are helpful for us to as a note while giving some presentations or to recollect ourselves some comments. Uh, so when let's say you figured out something and you want to make a note of it, what do you say? What do you do? Generally, you will use a sticky note, right? Just like that,
Yes.
we can use annotations. Let us take um, subcategory and space like this. And let's say you have this, and now you want to annotate any, if you want to comment anything uh, like this, select that mark and say annotate. We have three different kinds of annotations: mark annotation, point
Mark.
annotation, and
Point.
area annotation. Okay, so we can select any.
Mark makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so here in this case I can give whatever comments I want, or I can use the corresponding applicable values for it as part of the annotation. Okay, you can say my favorite subcat. Okay, see,
Okay.
later, I mean, if you want, you can add more comments also. If you want to say, let's say you want to keep a check of, keep, you want to keep an eye on it, and say you can observe this
Observation.
closely, or it is under ICU. Okay, and you
That's
can
okay.
format it. Okay,
Okay.
so
So this is a uh,
annotate,
mark one.
mark
Yeah,
annotation.
annotation,
So
mark
it is representing
annotations.
this mark. Okay,
Okay.
and you can format this. So there are a lot of format options. You can format it. This shading, you want to apply shading for this, you can apply shading. Okay, there are a lot of formatting options. We will discuss about formatting sometime later. It is applicable for anything. Okay, and you can simply go through
Okay.
it also. It's not a big deal at all. If say instead of arrow you want to say dot, see here it is a dot.
Okay.
So I mean there are a lot of
So
options. We will
point
discuss.
annotation means
Yeah, we'll discuss.
dot annotation and point annotations are same.
No. We'll discuss that. So this is about mark annotation. So mark annotation is representing a particular mark. Okay, it is associated with this particular mark. Okay,
Okay.
then let us go to point annotations, and let us take order date. So now I want to I can do mark annotation also here for this one also. Sorry. I can apply mark annotation, or I can apply point annotation also. Okay. See, here I'm applying point annotation, and I have some value, something. I can apply some other comments, and okay. So in this case, see, it is not representing any value on the line. It is actually representing the axis at this point. Okay,
Mm,
it is representing axis
axis at
values.
this point.
Yeah, see, you can add a lot of, see, it is representing the axis values wherever you locate it, or you don't need to select a mark. You can simply point here.
Okay.
Okay, so it is not only
Okay.
if you want to say here, this is the uh, this is what your expectation, your or target, something like that. So this was your target. It is well below that. Not only for target, you can use it for anything else. But it is associated with axis, not the mark.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Got
So
it.
this is point annotation. Okay. You can also use point annotation here. Not only for line, you can use it for anything. So it is representing the axis here. See 265, it is representing the axis. Okay,
Okay.
it is not representing any mark. That is
Okay.
difference between mark annotation and point annotation. In this case, see, it is
Okay.
representing the mark.
Yes.
Okay, let us use point annotation here. See, 263 is not sales for this mark.
It is the axis value.
Yeah, it is the axis value at this point, right? It is 328k is sales for this mark. So mark annotation is associated with the mark.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the difference between mark annotation and point annotation. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So let us take one more thing. And you can also create area annotation like this. Annotate area. Okay, high profit zone, something like that. But this is not associated with any marks. Okay,
Okay.
you can also
The marks that are in this area are called as
high zone,
uh,
yeah,
high
something
zone marks.
high profit zone mark, something like that. But
Yeah,
it
high
is
profit.
not associated with these marks at all.
Yes.
Okay,
Any marks can be put in there, like 1 to 10,
yeah,
any different kind of marks, region, sales, profit, whatever.
exactly. Okay, so see, you can
Yeah.
also put annotation here, area annotation, where there are no marks at all.
Yes.
Okay, and you can put some comment, or you can use it for something else. You can make a
Understood.
note, sticky note, something like this. You want to some next time uh, notice, observe some
This.
category. Okay, let's say uh, furniture. So you can put a annotation note like this. You can you can keep it for your reminder, or you can give some instruction for someone else. Let's say you are reviewing someone else this thing. Someone else created a chart for you, some report for you, and you want to give feedback for them. this is
Okay.
this is not reliable, or this is suspecting. You have to make something deeper analysis on this kind of. You can do any note instead of using emails and all. You can simply use this one, and that will convey the message simply.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So that's how we can use annotations. Those are three types of annotations: mark annotations, point annotation, and area annotation.
Okay.
Fine. So let us go through one more thing. And the date. Fine. So what I now. So this is, we have these values. Basically, to enable labels, what do you do? You will say labels here, right?
Mm.
But see how it is looking. It is looking little clumsy, right? Lot
Clumsy.
of lot of values,
Yes.
and of course here there are only three lines. But still, if there are more lines, what happens? It will be more clumsy, right? So you
Yes,
can
sir. Yeah.
manage mark labels as per your wish. Okay. For that you have to click on this, and first of all you have to drag a particular label, whichever you want to use per label. You can use this one. So you can apply any comment, or you can apply something else. Not only sales, you can also use something else, profit also, as a label. Okay. So you can manage. If you want to check, you can uh, okay. See, now I have both sales and profit as labels. If I want to
Mm.
remove one of them, I can remove one of them. I can remove sales, and I can just show profit. But access is for sales, but still I can use profit for labels.
So how will the client understand that this is the label not for sales and that's for profit?
Yeah, yeah. That's all. You have to. Wherever it makes sense, you have to use it. Okay.
Okay.
And let's say I will remove this, and I will keep sales only. Okay. Now I have more options to manage this. I can format up. I can apply format, different fonts and different colors, and I have. Let's say I want to use different colors. See, it is all the labels are in black color, right? Let's say I want to apply labels for furniture labels. I want to apply blue color. For office supplies label, I want to apply orange color, like that. So what I can do here, I can say mark match mark color. Now it is clear, right?
Yes.
So now you
Okay.
can easily interpret. See, there are when there are multiple values are here like this. So you don't know for which one it is representing really.
Yes.
So in this case, you
Yes.
can,
This is more clear.
yeah, you can, what you need to do, match mark color here. Fine. And let's say you want
Okay.
to you don't want to show all the labels, it is looking clumsy. I would here it is by default all, right? It will show all the labels. I can say selected labels. So whenever I select a particular mark, it will show me label for only that one.
Okay.
Okay. Or instead, what I can do, I can say show labels for only highlighted marks. So now what I can do, let's say highlight technology. So only labels related to technology line will be highlighted, shown.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So while presenting, instead of showing the clumsy labels, whenever you are discussing about furniture, you can only highlight the furniture and explain that. Then only all the labels will be available, and it will be clear for the audience.
Okay.
And let's say you want to show only min max values. So see, it is showing minimum and maximum, only minimum and maximum
Okay.
values. It is
But it
for
is only showing for office supplies. It is not showing for
no, it
furniture
is
and
showing here.
technology.
See, minimum value is office supplies, maximum value is technology.
Okay. Okay.
But you can change it again. See, it is by pane, by table. So the scope, what is the scope? So it is by table. See, now it is
By
for each
table, what
line.
was the score?
It is different. I mean, it is same because there is only one pane in the table.
All right. So what are the different panes in this view?
It is only
Like
one
I
pane.
understand when it is in
Hmm.
yeah, I understand when it is in like table I'm able to understand, but here what is the table down and pane down?
Table
Um,
down. So see, let us
what
take.
is the
See, these are different panes, right?
okay, okay.
Okay. And let us remove
So
this. This
table
only
pane,
keep sales. So if you select only minimum wax for pen, what happened? Okay, there is no label. If you select minimum max only, oh, what happened? Oops, I dropped it somewhere else. See, it is showing minimum max within pen. Means in 2011, this is minimum and this is maximum.
okay. If you select table, then it will show like 2011 what was the minimum and 2014 what was the maximum.
Exactly. Not only 2014, anything in the entire table.
Okay, in the entire table, what is the maximum? We take that year
Yeah.
maximum point and just show the only one point.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, or if you want to show for each line, you can.
It's clumsy again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So or you can show highlighted, or you can show only line ends. Okay, the intermediate one you are not showing. And if you want to show only start of the line, you can show, or if you want to show only end of the line, you can show.
Okay.
Okay, only end of the lines. Fine. So here we have option to allow overlap or not. See, now labels are overlapping here. See,
Yes.
what you can
Many
say,
levels.
don't overlap.
So it is only showing one value. It is not
Yeah,
showing the other
equally
value.
all. No, it will adjust somewhere.
Okay. Now, if you take 2011, there the green and the blue lines, I mean the furniture technology is ending in the same place.
Sorry, it is not clear.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, voice is not clear.
Hello?
Yeah, hello? Yeah, speak something.
Hello?
No, it's not clear. Yeah, typing is better.
Hello?
Yeah, now it seems better.
Okay, maybe I'll just talk a bit louder so
No,
it will
it's
be
not
clear.
about louder. It is audible, but voice was not clear. It was breaking.
Okay, okay.
Okay, carry on. In 2011?
Yeah, in 2011, if we see the furniture and the technology,
Uh-huh.
they are both ending at the same point, almost near point.
Yeah, yeah,
But we got only for one point.
yeah,
We are not able to see for the other one.
yeah, yeah. It seems it is I mean, hiding the other one. I, it used
Okay.
to adjust that, but it seems it doesn't. It didn't not. It couldn't find the place
No.
to adjust on this one. So yeah, even I was little surprised. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
and it goes. Sometimes there will be bugs also by each update. So there will be some regression bugs like okay.
Okay.
Usually it will adjust. It will try to adjust. Yeah. I mean, it seems it is not able to adjust also, so it is hiding the other one. Okay.
Okay.
So that is about line ends, and you can also say most recent values. So these are the most recent values in each thing, whether they are minimum or maximum, they will show. Okay. So for entire
Okay.
table, this is the most recent, right?
Yeah.
For each pen, this is most recent,
Okay.
like this. And you have, yeah, we discussed all this stuff. And alignment, what, how you want to show, you want to show this way or that way, okay? Like this, you can choose. And if there is lengthy text, do you want to wrap it, okay?
So wrapping does hide some part of the text, or it
No,
does
it
break
will,
into lines?
it will break into lines when there is long text,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So that is, yeah, we covered all the topics, right?
Yes, almost.
Yeah. So here there is one more thing. Minimum maximum is by quarter, okay? By sum of sales,
Okay.
however you want.
So we can select the granular
We
too.
can select the minimum, maximum, maximum for each category,
Yep.
okay? Each quarter, like this, okay? Are you able to notice it?
Okay.
The changes.
Yes.
So that
So
will.
when we are selecting the category,
Mhm.
okay, we only got one measure over here. If we are having two measures, then it will give, like, if you have some, I mean, if you have sum and average of sales,
Mhm.
so it will give the values for both,
Yeah, it will be
for the granularity.
for both.
Okay, okay, okay. We don't have to select again a particular, like, is it for sum or is it for average?
No, no.
Okay, okay,
So that is about mark labels. Okay.
okay,
Then we have drop lines. Let us discuss what is drop lines. Hmm, category, region, and sales, profit. Okay. So sometimes our drop lines will be really helpful to figure out the axis where it is. For that, to enable drop lines, right click on the chart and say drop lines, show drop lines. Okay.
okay. Any chart?
Yeah, any chart you can enable here.
Okay,
Drop lines, show drop lines here also. So you can select any point that will show you drop line. Okay.
okay.
So you can
So
customize.
this is the target, but it reached more than that.
Yeah, you can customize that.
Okay,
See, you can show drop lines always, okay, or you can show only when selected.
okay,
If you say drop lines always, it is showing drop lines always.
oh,
Okay, you can edit this.
Yep.
And it is available only for access, not for labels. See, it has labels here. So it was drawing drop lines only for one thing. If it is like this, see, now we have already enabled it. So it will drop the lines for the axis this way.
Okay.
And you can customize it more. Let's say you want to show always, or you want to show only for x-axis, it will show only for x-axis. Let's say you want labels, it will show labels also. Okay, fine. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you can customize drop lines for each chart. See, it is
Okay.
x-axis is disabled because it doesn't have axis here, it has headers here.
Yes.
So that is how you can, I mean, it is good for data inspection. When you are inspecting the data more deeper, it will be very helpful for us.
Yes.
Okay, so that is about drop lines. Then
Okay.
we have one more option, uh, view toolbar. See, right click on the chart, show view toolbar. So there is a view toolbar here. This is called view toolbar. So it has various
Okay.
options. You can zoom in, you can zoom out,
Zoom out.
yeah, and you can pan it. See, you can pan it across, and you have more values. Especially, it is helpful a lot in map. Okay,
All right.
and
Yeah.
let's say, see, the axis got changed, right? A lot. It got changed. If you want to reset the
Yeah.
axis, just click on this. The axis is reset. The view is reset.
Okay.
Okay, and if you want to zoom in particular, let us take map. It will be really helpful in map. uh, Cities, and let us take states. Okay, see, by map, for map, view toolbar is by default enabled, so you can pan it. Okay, or you can select any particular cities. Okay, you can change the selection whether it is a square or radial. So from particular store or particular city, you want to go through some radius, so radial route.
Oh.
Or let's say you want something like this, you want to choose only uh, like this, or let us, okay, so something like this
Yeah.
you can choose.
Okay.
So that is really helpful while dealing with scatter plot and while dealing with this thing, map.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is for zoom. Here you can use zoom this for this one also, but you have to click here. If you choose this one, if you click here, it will zoom. Okay, I think Google Map also will be having that kind of feature, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is about,
Google Map has pan and zoom.
sorry,
Google Map has pan and zoom.
yeah. So this is pan, this is zoom,
Yeah.
this is pan.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is about view toolbar. What else? Summary card. Let us take this. So go here and show for if once you go to this show or hide cards, you can show summary card. So this summary card will give you all the values, sum of all the marks, average of all the marks, minimum of all the marks, like this. Okay. And you have, I mean, it is for sum of profit, it is for sum of sales. If you have more measures, it will show you summary for each measure. Okay. There are
Okay, where you,
12,
sorry, can you just show me the navigation? How you got to?
show or hide cards and say summary.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So it is saying there are total 12 marks here.
Okay.
So sum of all the marks is for profit is 286k, like this. It is showing some average, minimum, maximum, median, all these things. If you want to show more, this
Okay.
thing, standard, a standard deviation, first quartile, third quartile. Did you go through percentile reference I have given to you?
You gave me the standard deviation reference. Yeah, I went through that.
Yeah, percentile.
Percentile is okay, just the reminder.
Yeah, I mean, if you go through percentile, it will the first quartile, third quartile, you will be aware of that.
Okay.
Okay. So like this,
Okay.
skewness. Skewness means there will be some error or something like that. Okay. Excess cutios. This is also something related to error only. Okay. And you can enable more options like this. If you want to, if you don't want to show average, you can disable average like this. Okay.
Okay.
You can, and let's say you want summary for some selected marks. Okay. See, now 5 marks are selected, and this is summary for only selected marks.
Why is the count after the 5, what is it showing? 4.7%?
41.7%.
41.7%?
Yeah, it is 41.7% of the total marks.
Okay, okay,
Total marks are 12,
okay.
right?
Okay, right.
So out of that, we have selected 5 marks.
Okay.
So like this, you can interpret what is the first selected. Let's take this high profit or this thing. So for high profit marks, what are the various things? What is the average? What is the minimum, maximum? Like this, you can identify.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that is about summary card. Okay, this will be really helpful in the presentations. Hello.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It does make sense.
Yeah. Okay, that's about totals and
Totals.
annotation.